Welcome back to horse racing today for a muddy maiden Monday at Parx as I'm fighting with the different things on to get us going. Good morning, Stuart. Start. I really want to hit a pick four today. You and me both. Don Johnson, I'm sure Don Johnson wants to hit his namesake as well. Just a couple of late changes messing me up. But we should be all right. Now, I think we got the couple late scratches in our picks arranged. As always, we have some free picks today at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. I think they're Ajax Downs today, right? So whenever they're running, take a look at that. Hopefully we got some nice prices in Ajax Downs. You see that right there. It is the free track of the day, always a free track at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. There is a link in the description on YouTube, as well as a link to our smart sheets, which we'll rely a lot on today because of all the maiden races, an explanation how to use them. And of course, when the show is over, all of this information, Terry's best bet, our Benny and the bets, all of that and more will be right here on horseracingtoday.net, right there, dead smack center in the screen, so you can see our comments, our notes, our suggested wagers. And then, of course, when you're done, hit that HRT gear button right there. Coming over there, that weather's changing for sure, man. I had to wear to go play golf yesterday, some long sleeve shirts and stay warm in the morning. It was like 52 degrees. So most places in the country, that HRT sweatshirt will come in handy. You'll look great. And it's a great way to support the show. Good morning, Lauren. How are you today? Make sure you head over to his Twitter feed, Lauren_Shap. How many handicappers do you have consolidated today? Lunchtime for you, huh? All right, there you go. Let's get that dinero. I agree wholeheartedly. So let's get that dinero. I mentioned there's a lot of maiden races into there. And, well, there's no better way to start than in race number one, Terry, with the first maiden race of the day. You see the profile of a winner scrolling down there below. As always, we pay attention in these maiden races to those speed figures, BizNet speed figures, Terry. See who's hit them and who hasn't. And it's a pretty unanimous story here.
It sure is. If you take a look here, of course, the only horse that's got any kind of a speed number is the 7, because that's one of 2 or 3 that have been out. And then you can see there that most of these have been, or at least 4 of them are first-time starters.
So you see none of them have hit par. That speed figure of 76, excuse me. Whenever we see that, we want to go over here and look at those first-time starters. You did point out, Terry. The 7 is the only one in the race that has experience that finished within 5 lengths of the leader at the finish line. Everybody else is a first-time starter. We look for a score, usually a 2.5 or more. The 8 horse, I'm sorry, he scratched out. So that was one of the late problems that we had there, Terry. So he's not a part of this mix. So you're looking at these horses then. The 1, the 2, the 3, and possibly the 7. That'd really be about all I would look at. So that being said, Terry, what did you look at for your picks in the opener?
Okay, well, I like the 5, Winnie Mae, for finished third versus Tupper and the only start. Drops in class today and has a top trainer. Then I like the 7, ran second versus Tupper in the last race. Best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. And gets a leading trainer and jockey. 2, Polar Magic, a first-time starter whose dam has 2 winners with 2 starters and 1 stakes winner. Has a high percentage winning jockey. And then I like the 4 as my first-time starter. Also has a high percentage winning trainer. No bets for me here.
So I'm going to go with the 1 horse, Some Money to Love, Strong Rail. Basically the same ranking as, I'm going to change something here, Terry. I'm going to go, and I should never do this, but I'm going to put the 3 here instead. I'm going to go mostly with the first-time starters against all those. So that means my trifecta box is going to change to the 1, 2, 3, and 7. So let me do that. So that means the 5 horse Terry's top pick is your guaranteed winner. Extra Sexy QTP. I don't know what the hell that name is. That's too many letters. But anyhow, this horse did run, just missed last out. And then I'm going to go with the other 2 first-timer starters. The 1 and the 3, they're one has the 2 has a little bit of workouts. The 3 has a little better rating. And then that's it for me. 1, 2, 3, 7 for my opening 50-cent trifecta box. And you could probably lock in the 5 as your champion simply because I tossed them out from my picks. That's usually the way it works. I think there was a time with Charles, Terry, when I did that. And I had like 10 straight in a row that won when I made that change.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty horrible. Race number 2, Terry, is another 5.5 furlong race. This one's not a maiden race, Terry. So the profile of the winner favors early speed. 46% of the time they go wire to wire. The rail is the best for Should Have Been a Cowgirl. We've got a couple minutes to the first race, Terry. So let's just go through some important numbers on the smart sheet and make our picks.
Well, as you can see there, the 5 has plenty of early speed, so it should get out to that quarter pole first if it gets a good break.
Yes, indeed. And you see, he wants to be out front here, too. Most of these horses want to be middle forward. That could favor a horse like the 4 that wants to come off the pace. The 1 looks like it has a little bit more late speed. In races like this, Terry, I'd like to take a look at who's going to get a trip that looks most like their best performances, and who's that?
That's that 2 at 90.33%. Going to be very comfortable in this race, a lot more comfortable than everybody else. The 6 and 7, those also over that 50% threshold.
All right, so we take a look at that. And we see over here, Terry, 1 good jockey trainer combination.
Yeah, the 2 has got the best jockey, 9 best trainer, but I think the 2 is the best jockey trainer combination.
Yes, only 3 horses have hit par in this level. You see here, Terry, our simulation favorites. Many times the winner comes out of that group, and many times the winner comes out of the total pace group, Terry. Many times the winner comes out of your group. Who's your group?
I like the 9, ran second versus Tupper in the last race, drops in class today, highest last race speed rating, tied with another, and has a top trainer. And then Should Have Been a Cowgirl, the 1, runner up against stronger rivals, last outs, benefits from a favorable post, 28% win rate. Drops in class, suited to shorter distance, type for the best speed among today's entries. And then Champagne Mischief, the 2, won at last race at Monmouth Park, and she has a high percentage winning trainer jockey, Savannah, Georgia. The 6 won last race at Parx Racing. Early speed running style helps the chances, and she likes the distance. I'm going to play the first Miami Vice, Don Johnson, pick 4, 1, 2, 5, 6, 9 with the 1, 3, with the 3, 4, with the 5, 6, 7, with the 2, 3. $50.
Fast. I'm going to go with my picks as they're loading up for the first race. Champagne Mischief, the 2 horse. Top call for me, Z pattern in its last race. That's when the early pace number you'll see here is up. Then a little bit of a break right there, and then a second wind. Z pattern last dial. It was faster by about a second, too. Should Have Been a Cowgirl. Biggest class dropper, about 2 lengths in all of the race internals last time out. At least early on, we're better across the board. Number 9, Me Little Frost Girl. Yes, indeed. That's coming for sure, the Frost. The last of the 3 yes horses in the race. This one was better across the board as well last time out, and is one of your biggest class droppers, down a length. Then finally, I'm going to go with the 8 horse, Amelia Wright. Just needs to repeat her last race to win. Maintenance workout between to stay sharp. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 8, 9, 1, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6. That is a $48 pick 4 for me. And hopefully we do nail one of those pick 4s, as was pointed out at the top of the show. Let's see. For Stuart. Stuart wants to hit that one. 7 will win race number 1. All right. There we go. That's a pretty bold statement. Not a if and or but it is a win. No equivocation from Don Johnson today. So let's see if Mr. Johnson is spot on to get started. And the race has started. And the 2 horse, Polar Magic, has gotten to the lead in race number 1. And then you got the 3 horse, that long shot that I tossed in at the end. He is in second place. That 7 horse that will win the opener is now riding 3 wide. Going to be a tough trip from there, I think. The 4 horse looking pretty good there, Terry, up on the rail. He just decided to run up and by everybody, as they say. So the 4 horse looks like it's going to be your winner in here, Terry, unless somebody else. Yeah, it looks like the 1 horse is moving pretty aggressively here, but I don't know that he's going to have enough to run down that 4 horse. We shall see by the time the race comes to a close. And down around the bend they come. The 4 horse, the jockey's just yanking on the reins. He's probably going to win. The 1 horse is trying to get to him. I don't think he's going to get to him. He's going to go 4, then 1, and then the 5 horse nowhere to be seen. 5, 4, 1, 7, 6. 4, 1, 7, 6. It was a right bet. It was the right one to do the trifecta box in, but unfortunately didn't come in. The 4-horse. Let's go back and look at that 4-horse, Terry. Copped Edge. Yeah, pretty good jockey. That's probably a big key in there. It did make the top 4 total pace horses over here. Didn't make the odds, but hey, it was one of those races where anything could happen, right?
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So let's move our way off to race number 3 in here. That is a 6 furlong affair. Taking a look at that 6 furlongs for race number 3. Our profile of the winner says early speed, 37%, go wire to wire. Inside horses have the edge over outside horses. Do our smart sheets show us any inside speed in race 3, Terry?
Well, you can take a look and see that there's 3 of them actually, with the one being the most inside horse. It's at 37.4, but the other 2 are pretty close, so it could be a who knows race.
Yeah, you take a look at the race shape. Nobody really wants to be or needs to be a pure pilot, because the 1 and the 5 can pilot or co-pilot. The 7 likes to co-pilot, the 3 and the 4. Those 2, Terry, they want to come from off the pace. That 1 up on the lead, Terry, looks like if he gets the lead, he's going to be happy up there.
That's right, because he's got a nice C-zone figure of 68.25.
Yes, he's one of 2 horses that has a yes in the column, although our Par Plus, where we do 1,000 simulations and we calculate our expected speed figures, it looks like all of them have some chance to hit par today.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Right. So that's a 75 up in there. All right, so let's talk a little bit about jockeys and trainers, if we will.
Well, the 7 looks like the best jockey, 3 looks like the best trainer, but the 3 actually is the best jockey-trainer combination, in my opinion.
Yes, the biggest in-race advantage goes to the 4, 14-point late pace. Every 5 points equals about 1 length, so that's almost 3 lengths of late speed for your simulation favorite. Your top total pace favorite, Terry, is in race number 3, the 4-horse, your pick to click.
Well, I like the 3, Charm of the Song, finished in the money in 5 races out of 7 starts and won 3 of those, including the last race. Drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer, and can handle today's distance. And then the 1 placed 3rd in the last race, Rail Post, winning at a 19% clip, holds the top speed at today's distance, matches fastest dirt speed, and has a leading trainer. Number 4, Mosbina Mesa, ran 2nd versus similar in the last race and has the highest speed figure. Angelic Storm, I'm sorry. Best dirt speed is fast among today's starters. It's actually tied with the horse above and has a high percentage winning jockey. It's the 7. It's not any bets for me here.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the 1-horse soft starter. Could be your pace setter. It is a yes horse. Does have the best C-zone. Cut backing in distance today, I think, is a deal maker. Number 4, Mosvino Mesa, simulation favorite, top total pace horse, and we talked about that huge late speed edge. And in a 5-horse field, how far off the lead can he be? Number 3, Charm of the Song, only class dropper. OK Works, prepping for the first race since July. And then Phone Eats First. Usually comes off the bench ready and has some really sharp workouts and could be maybe the longest shot in a 5-horse race. You know what Stephen Fielder told us about that. If not, just watch our show with the How to Win handicapping contest with Stephen Fielder, and he goes through all of his strategies. Makes for if you're a contest player, it's an absolute must watch. Race number 4, they're really going to stretch out here, Terry, to a mile and a 16th. We see the profile of a winner does favor early speed, as many of the races at Parx do. A little more than 1 out of 4 get the first call at the quarter-mile marker and the first call at the mile and the 16th marker. Outside horses do better than inside horses. So in race 4, any Buffalo girls with some speed on the outside there, Terry?
Yeah, that 6 has pretty good speed numbers, 59.2%. So that's pretty nice. If it gets a good break, it's going to go to that quarter pole first.
Yeah, she's got a 7-point early pace advantage. So that means about 1.5 lengths of early speed, just normal gallop out of the gates, not really pressing. Could get the lead fairly easily. You see here, there's really not a lot of other speed in there, Terry, so he could be low knee. But it looks like this race could be one that all of them feel a bit uncomfortable with.
Yeah, there's none of them that are above that 50% threshold we like to see. They're all pretty low below that. So
we see the 5-horse here. It's game time. That one, Terry, has a 12-point last race speed figure edge. The 6 horse has a 12-point total pace edge, Terry, but it looks like 1 horse has the edge with the jockey and trainer, maybe 2.
Yeah, the 5 has the best jockey, 2 has the best trainer, but I think the 2 is the best jockey trainer combination.
So are you going to go, Terry, early speed and total pace, or are you going to go the horse that has the best last race speed figure by a lot in race number 4?
Well, I'm going with 5. It's game time. Finished 3rd versus similar in the last race. Best start speed as fastest among today's starters and has a top winning jockey and trainer. Then the 3, Zap Motion likes Parx Racing. Finished in the money 50% of the time here, winning 17% of the starts. And at today's distance, been in the money 15% of the time, winning 19% of the starts. And then 4, Under the Radar, highest speed figure at today's distance, and has done well in the past at today's distance as well. And then I'm going to play the 2nd Miami Vice Don Johnson Big 4, 3, 4, 5, 6 with 2, 3 with 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8 with 2, 8, a $48 ticket.
I'm going to start with that 5 horse. It's game time as well. Pretty heavy favorite here, at least morning line relative to everybody else. That one has a top last race speed figure. It's a dozen points better than the next closest horse in this race, Terry. You got Jamie Ness. You got Frankie Pennington. Good chance for this horse to improve in the second start after a layoff. If not, Remarkable Mo, that one could get out to the front all by himself and go all the way with that top early speed, about a length and a half quicker than everybody else, and the top total pace of more than 2 lengths over everybody else. All about the money. Yes, indeed. That is the idea behind horse racing. I'm not sure what happened in its last race because it really put up a stinker, but it did put up the Z pattern. So maybe a little bit of caution in the middle of the race came back to life. Let's see if it comes back today. And then finally, is this the race that had the scratch in it, right?
Yeah, it had a scratch.
And then I have 5, 6, 2, and 7. I don't have the 2's not in this race.
Let me get to that race.
Let's see what I got screwed up right.
Yeah, the 2 is scratched. The 2 scratched.
So all about okay. So I really screwed that up. Right. So let me fix that. So then I have all right. So anyway, let's go back to the 7. Forget the 2 horse because he's not rating. The 7 horse. Maybe he didn't recover from that last race. The 2 horse. All about the money. But the 7 horse is a yes horse. That could be the longest shot in what is now a 4 race field. And then finally, the 4 horse is the only one that's left. So what are you going to do? You got to have somebody's got to be 4 out of 4.
Actually, Rich, the 3 is not scratched, so it's a 5 race horse. 5 race.
All right. So anyway, 3 is not scratched.
No.
All right, well, in any case, I'm going to go 5, 6 with the 3, 6 with the 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. With the 2, 3, 4, 6, and I don't know what the hell is going on, but nonetheless, I hope I know what the hell's going on when the pick 4 is over. 5 races today. I have 10 races today. That means the 5th race is the end of the first half of the card, and hopefully where I get my stuff back together again. 6.5 furlongs in here, Terry. So as we look at 6.5 furlongs, we do see that early speed, 35% goes wire to wire. The rail is the best. 2 and 3 are fair. 4 through 7 at discount. 8 and out almost comes back to fair. So speed in the 5th race, Terry, is a good place to look. It looks like you got 3 of them that are going to try for the lead early.
Yeah, the 2, 5, and 6, and they're all very close in their numbers. So it's just anyone's guess who gets a quarter pole first.
All right, so let's take a look at the race shape in here. We see nobody really needs to be on the front. Everybody's sort of like a middle. So this could be a blob race where everybody just kind of comes out together. If they come out together, Terry, it looks like 2 of them will really like the way it sets up.
Yeah, the 5 and the 7 are way above that 50% threshold in the 90s, and they'll do very well. So
Normandy Hero, a big simulation favorite. We see that. Perhaps it's because the jockey-trainer combo.
Yeah, it is the best jockey and trainer. So it's the best combination.
Yes, and we have the top total pace horse with the 6 as well. Everybody's hit par. One has come close. Terry, who's going to win race number 5?
Well, this is my best bet of the day, and so I'm going to go with the 3, as you can see here. I like the 3 because has won 8 races out of the last 10 starts. Has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, highest speed figure at today's distance, best start speed is fast among today's starters. This horse just absolutely loves to win. Number 2, No Easy Days, ran second and then wins the next race 2 times in a row and finished second in the last race. So it follows. If he follows the pattern, he will win the next race, the start in the last race, and has a top winning trainer. And then Normally Hero 6 finished the money 3 out of 5 starts, winning 3 races, drops in class today, has a boat workout on October 7th. Number 5, Tap in Formation, has won 3 races out of 4 starts, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, drops in class today. $20 win. Number 3, $10 exacta box 2-3. $10 exacta 3 on top with a 2-5-6 and a $5 exacta box 2-3-6.
I'll start off with the 3-horse 2. That one is Freedom Road. He likes Parx for sure. 4 times out, 3 wins, and a third. He also likes the distance. 6 times out, 4 wins, a second and a third. Some really good workouts prepping for today and not in for a price. I don't think any of them are, though. Normandy Hero is next up on my list. Is a very heavy simulation favorite, as we saw at 6-5. Top total pace horse. You got Mikel Sanchez and Jamie Ness. That's a pretty dynamic duo right there. The number 5, Tap in Formation, is a neck away from winning 4 in a row. That one should be out front. And then No Easy Days, the 2-horse. Could be your pace setter in here. It's one of the top C zones. But at Parx likes to hang late. 5 times out. Did score a win, but has 4 seconds in there. So maybe it should have been second in my picks. But no additional bets for me. We are going to move off to the second half of the card. But before we do that, tomorrow, Terry will be gone for the rest of the week, but I'll handle the duties for Parx tomorrow. Wednesday's up in the air. I may have something to do, which will restrict me from being here. I'll be back for sure on Thursday for Belmont at the Big A or Keeneland. I'll decide what we're going to do there. And then Friday, Tom and I will be back for a little later version of Foreign Fridays at Ascot. Big weekend of racing there for the British Championships. Terry, I know you won't miss it while you're out, but to make sure nobody else misses it, what do they do?
Well, you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell so it notifies you about all the great programs coming up about 30 minutes before, and go ahead and copy the link that's shown there and share it with everybody you know so that they can come and check us out. Go to our social sites such as Facebook, X, Threads, Twitter. There's no Twitter, it's X. I'm sorry about that. Blue Sky, Instagram at Horse Race, the number 2 day, and give me a thumbs up and a like, and also Rich a thumbs up and a like, and keep these comments and picks coming as you're doing this morning.
So we're going to go off to race number 6 now. That one is another one of these races. That's going to be a 2-year-old maiden race. So again, that speed figure of 76 is a huge thing to pay attention to. In race number 6, Terry, has anybody hit par?
No, but there's been 2 that have maybes. They would within 5 points of being to par.
So 1 length improvement can give him a shot to get there. The 7-horse, maybe this is the 7-horse, Don Johnson, that will get out to the front and stay there. So it does look like he'll be part of the early pace. But you see here, they're all nose. And when they're all nose, you got to pay attention to your first-time starters. And we see here that really no really super high scores in there, Terry. So it's kind of tough to tell. Maybe C-zone. What do you like in there?
Well, the 3 is above 50%, followed by the 8. They're going to be pretty comfortable in this race.
Yeah, you also have here the 3-horse, the biggest in-race edge of the length. Looks like you got 1 choice, Terry, or maybe 2 when it comes to jockeys and trainers.
Well, the 6th best jockey, 5 best trainer, but I think the 6 is the best jockey trainer combination.
Yeah, the 1-horse is not too bad either. Of the horses with experiences, the 7-horse did run a top last race speed figure, 11 points better than the 1, the 3, or the 8. When they're all nose, you got to look at the first-time starters, Terry. I think a lot. Who did you look at in race number 6?
I like Dressed Like Coco. Drops in class today. Best start speed is fast among today's starters. Has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then I like the 7 Research Triangle. Ran second versus similar. Last race has the highest last speed rating. Has a leading jockey and trainer. And then the 1 is got a rail post that wins 28% of the time at today's at the meet and drops in class today. Finished fourth as last race of the favorite, but the trainer has won 22% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back. And then the 5 first-time starter, whose dam has 4 winners from 6 starters. One of them was the stakes winner, breeding suits today's sprint distance, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me here.
I think this race is amongst the most open on the card. I just went with all the first-time starters because the 7 and the 8, this will be their third start for both of them. Both of them came out hot in their debuts. Then they bounced in the wrong direction in race number 2. A lot of times those horses do bounce back in their third start, and if they did bounce above their debut numbers, could go above par, but they didn't. So I'm just going to go with all the first-time starters, and I'm going to put them together in a trifecta box. I'm going to go with 2, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to rank them 6, 4, 2, and 5. That's the way I see race number 6. There's no other way, and part of the reason I did that is because the last time I saw something where they're all no's, and then everybody was in that no contest. The first timers went first, second, and third, and they were all long shots. So let's see if indeed history repeats. If not, I'll feel foolish. But I did put the 7 and 8 in my pick 4 a little bit earlier. Speaking of pick 4s, race number 7 is the last of the pick 4s today. Terry, the last pick 4 for you for the week. It's got to feel good to know that you're going to get a little bit of R&R. Again, 6.5 furlongs where inside speed does best. Our smart sheets will tell us if there is any inside speed, Terry, and it does look like there's one that's pretty fast in here.
Yeah, at 3, it's got lots of speed, 56.6% data number, so it's going to be hard to beat to that quarter pole.
Yeah, and we see here that 3 horse is a left arrow horse. Usually wants to be more in the pilot closer neighborhood. So that left arrow action, those horses do pretty good. It is a maybe horse, but did show some better early pace, Terry. Not amongst the top horses for C-Zone, though.
No, the one has one of the best numbers, and then there's 2 or 3 others that are over 50%, so they'll be sort of comfortable in this race.
You know, once again, we find one horse that looks like it's the best jockey-trainer combination.
Yeah, the 2 has the best jockey, but the 10 actually has the best trainer, but I think the 2 is the best jockey-trainer combination.
2 is also your top total pace horse. The 4 is your simulation favorite. You got the 2, you got the 4, you got the 6, and the 7 as the only horses that have hit par so far, Terry. So who's going to hit the finish line first in race number 7?
Well, I like the 2, Devil's K. Ran second versus similar last race, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and the highest last speed rating is tied with another horse. And then the 8 finished third versus tougher in the last race, drops class today, highest last race speed rating, actually tied with the 2. As a trainer, wins 17% of the races when shipping a horse in to run. Smoke Wagon, the 7, has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 24% of the races when taking a horse from around to a sprint, and has a action jockey. The shorter distance will help, I think. Action 0-1 finished in the money in 4 races out of 6 starts, winning 2 of those, has a high percentage winning jockey. I'm going to play the last pick 4, Miami Vice, Don Johnson. 1, 2, 7, 8 with a 1, 2, 4, 5 with a 1, 6 with a 1, 7, 8, $48 ticket.
I'm going to start with Devil's K too. It's the only one we agree on here. So for both of our sakes, better be the winner in there. You got Jamie Ness, you got Mikel Sanchez, you got a highly consistent performer. Number 3, Rebel Invasion showed much better early pace in its last race and really robust opportunity to be the pace setter today. Number 6, Amor de Oro, loves some gold. That horse can run back to just to August 18th race at Parx. It would be a wrap versus these. Good chance to be better in the third start after the layoff. And then number 4, Cisco Kid. It's your simulation favorite. It is a very strong par plus horse in here. And this horse is making the second start off the claim, and the trainer hits at a nice 24%. Where you get 10-1 odds on the sim favorite. Why not? 2, 3, 4, 6, 1, 4, 5, 7, 1, 4, 2, 7, 8. As we hope to hit a bunch of pick 4s today. Race number 8. 10 races to go. 10 races in total today. And in race number 8, we're looking at, what's this again, Terry? 5.5 furlongs. Mm-hmm. It's a maiden race for 2-year-olds. Muddy Maiden Monday. 78 being the key speed figure here again in race number 8. Terry, it does look like one of them has popped that number.
Yeah, that one has, Mr. Me. He's actually done that. And as far as the speed goes, you can see there's two that are very close in the numbers. They could go head-to-head the quarter pole.
Yeah, our race shape, again, we see the 5 and the 1. They actually did finish within 5 lengths of the leader at the finish line. The 2, 6, and 8, so far they have not been within that. You got 3 first-time starters. Very important to pay attention to these numbers. And some others over here.
Yeah.
You see the 4-horse and the 6-horse grading high, Terry.
Yeah, they are. The 4 has a perfect 3, and the 7-horse actually has a close to perfect 3, 2.98. So
A couple of other things to pay attention over here too. The 1 and the 5 are making their second career starts, and with typical second race improvement, they can run speed figures between maybe 90 to 93 on the upper, and of course they can do better than that. 78, Terry, is the speed number for par for that. So if either one of them come close to that 90 or 93, they would be very difficult to beat. One of those looks like the jockey will have a good chance to pick it up today.
yeah, the 5 has the best jockey and the 3 best trainer, but the 5 actually has the best jockey trainer combination as far as I'm concerned.
So who's got the best combination of skills, Terry, in race number 8?
I like 1, Mr. Me, finished third or second against stronger horses, owns top speed, dirt speed, real wins at a 28% time. The drops in class features a high percentage winning jockey and trainer pair. Ponder the Dream, the 5, finished third against stronger competition. Drainer wins 22% of the maiden special weight races, drops in class and with the strong jockey. Racetrack Romance, the 4, a debut runner. Dam produced 3 winners from 3 starters, bred for top sprints, top trainer and jockey, and a good workout on October 7th at Bullet. And then the 2, Fine Diamond, ran second versus similar in only start and has a top trainer and jockey. No additional bets as I'm out of money.
Mr. Me is the only yes horse in the race. Second race par ability gets the rail bonus. Number 5 is another second race par ability type. Was really well bet in its debut. It's a nice solid workout between races to improve that late race stamina. Number 4, Racetrack Romance, 3 out of 3 first-time starter. Solid works. Number 7, Connor's Crew, 2.98 first-time starter. Also some nice workouts. 50-cent trifecta box, 1, 4, 5, and 7 for me, provided there are no scratches I missed again. Race number 9 begins the late daily double, Terry. I think it also ends all of these maiden races. It is a race that's going to go 1 mile and 70 yards. We take a look at the profile of a winner for race number 9. We'll see again. Speed, not so. I mean, it does win 29% of the time. Stalkers do good. The rail is a bonus, 2 and 3 fair, 4 and out get discounted. So inside 3 with some early pace, probably the best way to win race number 9. And we do see the inside 2 horses with the most early pace.
They do, but there's also the 6 and the 5. So if there's any trouble with the 2 or the 1 getting out of that gate, 6 and the 5, either one of those could go to the front.
Yeah, it looks like the 6 is the most dependent on the lead of those front time runners. 4 horse maybe being in there, but maybe not a part of that early speed. So it could be difficult for that one. Everybody else all these horses can bide their time. A couple of horses that want to close. So a perfectly balanced race right here, Terry. And it looks like you got some choices in the C-zone too.
Yeah, they're all got some kind of C-zone numbers, but if you take a look at the 6, it's going to be the most comfortable, followed up by that 7.
You got the 2 and the 4 that have hit par in there, Terry. The 1 horse glows in the dark, a 6-point last race speed figure edge and a 5-point top total pace edge. Maybe not the best in terms of jockey and trainer though, but up there.
Yeah, that's true. The 4 actually has the best jockey, 2 has the best trainer, but the 6 has the best jockey trainer combination, I think.
Yes, only the 1 horse drops a little bit in class in there, Terry. So in race number 9, who takes home the trophy?
I like the 6 up and running, finished in the money in 9 of her 5 starts. That doesn't make sense.
No, it runs so fast they count it twice.
That's right. Winning 1 race, running second versus Tupper in the last race, drops in class today and has a top trainer and jockey. Glows in the dark, number 1, finished third versus Tupper. Last race, Rel Post wins a 20% clip and drops in class today. Trainer wins 23% of the sprint throughout starts and top jockey aboard. And then Racy Ruby, the 4, finished the money at 6 of her last 7 starts, winning 3 of those. Best dirt speed as fastest among today's starters. Has a high percentage winning trainer jockey. Irish Bamba, I guess. The 5 won his last race or her last race at Parx Racing. Has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me in this race.
Yeah, the number 1 horse, Glows in the Dark, does have that top last race speed figure, top total pace, both more than a length, and only class dropper. Race E Ruby, simulation favorite, one of 2 yes horses, plenty of late speed and could be involved from the beginning today. Number 2, More Ransom, it's the other yes horse in the field. Very consistent Jamie Ness starter that won the last race despite going 3 wide. Up and running, finally healthy horse, making 2 starts in a row for only the 2nd time and going to drop in class today. It was so good. The reason they had those more wins, Terry, is it lapped the horses. No other bets for me either. Race number 2 is underway at Parx right now. And as we see in race number 2, looks to me like the 5 horse has indeed jumped out to the lead as the smart sheets predicted. It's got some company with the 2, the 1, the 8. So a lot of those horses that we said would be in the mix indeed are in the mix there. 5 horse Around the Bend on the lead at 22, almost 23 seconds. That ain't that fast. Let's see if you can hang on to that one. You got a couple of other horses trying to make their move up there. They're going to have to go wide and going to have to run down a horse on the lead. The 5 horse does look like the 1 horse is going to try to go wide and make that room. The 8 horse is pushing. 5 horse continues, but it looks like the 1 horse, I don't know. You got a 6 horse down on the, is that the 6 or the 4? Looks like we're going to go back-to-back 4s. 4 wins race number 2, Terry. And neither one of us had the 4. I mean, you had everyone with the 4.
Didn't. I was hoping that 6 would win.
Yeah, well, it would have been nice if it did. Let's see. Well, I think I missed. Yeah, I think I thought the horse on the rail was the 6 at first, but
okay.
He wasn't really involved in the race. He was coming a little bit at the end there, but I just didn't see that. So the 4 back-to-back 4s, 16-1. So where is the 4 missing?
Wow.
Was a no horse. Yeah, nothing really cooking there. Was your only closer against a lot of other horses that wanted to be middle forward. Last time out, the 4 horse did show some better early pace, better fractions. That's usually a good sign in there. So would have been a tough find no matter what today, Terry, I feel like.
Yeah, I didn't even have it as an alternate. So,
all right. Well, I have an idea for race number 10, Terry.
What's that?
Just pick the 4 horse and call it a day.
That might work, huh?
Yeah, it seems like that's the way. So in race number 10, they're going to run 1 mile. That's 1 trip around the track. And for that, you're looking for horses that have some early speed. 34% go wire to wire. 2 through 7 are the best. 8 not fair. The rail, Major Thomas taking a small hit. So some speed maybe in race number 10, although that's not really worked out so far today.
Yeah, well, the 8 shows double the speed of anything else in there, according to the data. So if it gets a good break, jockey makes the right decision, should get that quarter pole first.
Also a 5-point last race speed figure edge, Terry. Also a strong C-zone in a race that is pretty heavily tilted towards speed in the front. So a lot of speed. A closer might do well, Terry. And who's got the most late legs?
Well, the 7, as you can see there, does. It's got pretty good speed, closing speed. So.
And we got some nice overlays in here, too, to consider.
Yeah, if you look at that 1, it's an overlay 5-1 to 8-1. The 2 is an overlay from 5-2 to 15-1. The 5 has an overlay from 8-1 to 15-1. And then the 8 is from 4-1 to 6-1.
Yeah, plenty of chances there. Looks like this overlay here, Terry, also good jockey.
Yeah, that's right. The 2 has a really good jockey. The 1, a good trainer. But you know what? I think the 7 has the best jockey trainer combination.
Also has the best top total pace score. A race that can go a lot of different ways. Ton of class droppers in here. Everybody shows they can hit par. Everybody but the 6, 7, and 9 showing some improvement last time out. 2, 8, 1, and 5 are your simulation odds, but that don't seem to matter so far today. Last chance to pick a 4 horse, Terry. And again, there's not a 4 horse. Yay! So
Yay.
win this one. All right.
Yeah. Well, I like the 7 Assad. drops in class today, high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and likes the distance. And then the 8 has a high percentage winning trainer and can handle the distance. The 1, Major Thomas, won 2 races out of the last 3 starts, high percentage winning trainer and jockey. 5, my long shot, drops in class today and has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me here.
I'm going to start with the 8-horse, Cat Tire Vizcaya. Maybe that's how you pronounce that name. I don't know. Top last race, speed figure, great chance to be out the front. Strong C-zone, although that's not been the way to the winner's circle so far today. Wear a 4 and come off the pace. Easy peasy. Number 7, Ashad. Cut back and distant helps. Another horse with a Z pattern. Most late speed, most help total pace as well. Renegade Serenade, the 2-horse. Long shot in there, Terry. Simulation favorite. Last time out, race looks better than it does on paper as it was about a second faster. And then number 6, Union Lights, to close up this Monday. Was a tough call over Major Thomas for me, but the 1 horse is a pen shipper. I'm not a fan of those. And the 6 ran about a faster by about a second last out. 50-cent trifecta box, 2, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to risk it with a front runner today, but it is, 4 times 2 equals 8. So that is sort of the only 4-horse in the field. So 8, 7, 2, 6, trifecta box, and then the $5 exact key box, 8 over the 1, the 2, the 5, the 6, and the 7. One more time, thank you, Don Johnson, for joining us today. Thank you for everybody joining us today. Once again, Terry will not join us tomorrow. He's going to get a little R&R. Come back rested and ready to rumble next week. But to make sure you don't miss the show like Terry will tomorrow, Terry, what's your advice?
Well, my advice is to go ahead and subscribe to YouTube channel. It doesn't cost anything. It's very easy to do. And then hit the bell so that you know when our program's coming up. Go and copy the link, share it with everybody you know. And then go to our social sites and subscribe, such as Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky at Horse Race, the number 2 day, and give us thumbs up and likes, and keep these comments coming, like Don Johnson, Ramon from Venezuela, and Lauren, as we like to see them, and it really makes a fun show for us.
Mm-hmm. Well, show the fun show, and you'll find all of the details from our fun show over at horseracingtoday.net in just a moment. All of our picks, well, we'll just forget to put the first 2 races up. I just pick the 4-horse. No, we'll put them up because we're always transparent. Along with our Benny and the Bets selections, Terry's best bet, of course, will be in that mix. Hit that HRT gear button. Get yourself set for the cooler weather with the HRT hoodie. That gray and black combo looks fantastic in my view. And on you, it look even better. So help support the show with that. Of course, in our description on YouTube, there is a link to a tip jar. If you like what we've done, avoiding 4s today, please hit us up with a free Coke, a free cup of coffee for Terry and I. Free picks, speaking of free, over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet today for Ajax Down. Again, a link in the description on YouTube, as well as the explanation and today's smart sheets. Our full picks for today, for what it's worth, at least not much in the first 2 races, but I'm sure we'll get it cooking as the day goes on. Well, Terry did have the 4 as a long shot there in his opener, so that's good. There we have the rest of the card, 8 races to go. You see that. Race number 3, we have no bets. Race number 4, we have our pick 4s. Race number 5, I don't understand why this works like this, but it does. We have Terry's best bet of the day, that being the 3-horse, Freedom Road. Come back and watch that. We will timestamp all the races in the description on YouTube. Race number 6, I have a trifecta box, the last. Race number 7 of the pick 4s today. Race number 8, another trifecta box. Skip race number 9, and then hopefully a wire-to-wire derivative of 4 could win the finale, Terry. Any final thoughts from you before we get up and out of here and you get some much-deserved rest and relaxation?
Yeah, I just want everybody to be careful with all the nasty weather, both in the East Coast and on the West Coast. And just take it easy. If you're betting the horses this week, I hope you do very well. Anything else you're doing, I hope you do very well too. And hi, Private Ross 99. Glad to see you came in here. Other than that, happy birthday to my beautiful wife, Beverly.
Yes, happy birthday to the Honey Bunny Beverly.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy your birthday. As far as I'm concerned, for the rest of this day, usually we wish you God's grace and God's favor, and as always, we do. But in light of what's going on in the Middle East today, we certainly hope from the bottom of my heart and soul that God's grace and God's favor will be poured out into those negotiations so that we may have something that I never thought I would see in my lifetime over there, Terry, and that's peace. Maybe this Christmas we'll actually have peace on earth.
It would be great.
Indeed, it would be. Till we get together again, we hope that no matter what you're doing, it ends up in one place, and that can only be
The winner's circle.
I'll see you tomorrow. Terry, enjoy your day. Have a blessed Money Monday.